Okay, we're rolling.
Okay, yeah, basically, it's going to be a narrative video with one single actor, and it's going to be about somebody creating a monster, which is like, he wants to create some company for himself, and basically, at the end of the day, it's what kills him, and he'll go through like stages of like the blueprints, or see him like almost driving him insane. It's a bit dark, and just slowly he'll create it, and you won't directly see a monster or anything like that, because I mean it wouldn't work, but it might be like a shadow on the wall, which is just rolled down on the bottom. There's like a kind of thing, but it wouldn't look quite like that, but it would be like, that's how it would probably be shown, or in another way, and you'd go through the whole process of having the idea, and then it all leading to the end throughout the video. It'd all be quite a dark video with only like greys, like quite warm yellows and blacks, and it basically just followed this one person's life, and it's to the song Bad Company by Jaws, which I could get up if I can find it.
Maybe if you type it into, if we can listen to it on YouTube, maybe?
No, it's not logged in on there.
Well, it'd be good for us to hear it.
Well, it'll be on YouTube.
Anybody put your hand on the bit? Was it the DJ job?
No.
Oh, right, that's like that.
So it's just not like that.
It's all different,
It doesn't.
Is there an existing video for it?
I remember there might be. Yeah, I think so. I kind of didn't want to look at it because I wanted to make my own like thing of it. It's just no real relation to the lyrics. It's just like the mood that it creates.
If you just minimise the windows so that we're not seeing the existing video, so we can just hear it, that'd be good. So we're not getting influenced by it.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of just creates like quite a sinister atmosphere. There's there are a few lyrics which I could like relate to the visuals, but like indirectly, like it doesn't speak about the storyline in any way. You just use the odd word to trigger a visual maybe, and it's not really about anything to do with that.
Right, so we've got a character who's building a monster.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Tell me about some of the visual ways then. So you've hinted that there might be shadows and that we wouldn't actually see the monster. Yeah. Why? I mean, why?
I don't want to, like, I thought maybe, obviously I can create a convincing monster, and I didn't know like whether I wanted it just to be something that symbolises a monster or just the actual thing. But then I thought like it'd probably be easier just to have the shadow or something like that.
You'd have body parts arriving in boxes. It'd be like mail order. Yeah, you could pull an arm out of a box or something, couldn't you? I mean, there are ways of doing it. If you were prepared to be a bit ambitious, there are ways of doing it. It's a nice idea.
I mean, it's kind of, it'll be about the person spending the time going a bit insane as they do it. Like, well, it's kind of like basically like the Frankenstein story, but it's just like more about the person going insane in the process of making it, and like what he's worked for this whole time was like in vain, was it eventually like was the death of it.
Right, okay. So locations, have you thought about locations?
I haven't really particularly thought of locations, but because it'd be so dark, like I'm thinking of having it quite dark, that it wouldn't particularly matter like where it was. It'd be So when he was planning it, he might be at like a desk, like hunched over, like, and all the lighting quite grey, black.
It might be worth looking at the old silent versions of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I think there was a German Murnau. There was a Murnau one, wasn't there? Did you look at Murnau last year?
No.
You might have.
Yeah.
You might have done. Because the Germans did this. There was a movement, like a cinema movement in Germany called Expressionism.
Yeah.
Expressionist cinema, which was all about. It's basically Tim Burton. It's basically all of Tim Burton's ideas that everyone says, "Ooh, Tim Burton's got that particular look," but really. They've all come from German Expressionism. So what you could do is look up German Expressionism and use that as a kind of template or a starting point for the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And that might be a nice approach.
Yeah. It was
I love the Frankenstein's monster thing. I think that's a lovely idea.
I was tempted to have it like quite tongue in cheek, like a bit ironic.
Yeah.
How it's happened.
Yeah.
Because you see that like a few times in music videos. Where
Definitely.
They haven't taken
Definitely.
themselves too seriously.
Yeah, well, just the idea that it's a mail order monster, you know, just and there's these parts arriving from Amazon.
Yeah, and
Is
person I've got is, I think sort of fit it quite well.
okay. So you've got an actor in mind as well. Okay. Have you got a garage?
Garage. Well, I have.
Yeah.
You can use that.
Yeah. I mean that's
I might have got no idea. But I do.
that's what you need, isn't it? So you need to experiment. I'd be thinking of a garage, some work lights. You know those work lights that you can get, which
Really
you probably.
hot ones.
Pardon?
Really hot ones.
The ones that get really hot, yeah, that you can pick up. So you can get all these shadows and that kind of stuff. So I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of potential in that.
Yeah, it's good. It kind of leaves me inspired. I can change while I'm doing it, if that makes sense. Like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. Any questions about that from anyone? Charlotte.
How are you going to introduce the monster to the audience? Are you going to like do it gradually with Enigma codes, or are you just going to have it like, bam, here's the monster?
Don't know. Depends how.
He could
I
need.
go out about how I go about the first part.
You could bring in. You could bring in Back to the Future reference. So he builds the monster and everything. And he's looking through the instructions and it's all in Chinese because it's all come from China. And he gets to the bottom and it says 10 million volts, and he's like that, and then has to wait for a lightning storm because lightning is something that you can easily add in post. I can do a great bolt of lightning. So that could be a nice bit of post production. He has to wait for a lightning storm. Did you all see that lightning storm last week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was sick!
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took some good photos of that.
I got some videos. I was on football, and it was like it was really clear skies going across the top of the stadium, like a little like purple.
Mental, wasn't it? Mental. There was one of those. Was it last year or the year? Do you remember the one last year or the year before where there was just like. Sorry, this is Robbie's pitch. We were talking about lightning. What I'm saying is that lightning is something which is easy to add in post. So it could be a lightning storm and it could bring the monster to life. And we could get a bit Back to the Future about it. So you could have lots of film references which would keep them happy.
It's got quite a bit of intertextuality in it with the whole Frankenstein.
Yeah. Tons of intertextuality. So well done, Robbie. Okay, thank you very much.